Hey, what's up guys, how's it going? I hope you all are having a great day. Welcome to this brand new episode of JavaScript Beginner Project series, and throughout the series we'll be covering some of the beginners project of JavaScript, and in this episode we'll be building a what is that? And in this episode we'll be building a weather application. So let's see how the project is looking. So if you type here Kolkata, it's a daytime, so as you can see it's a thunderstorm, 30-degree temperature. You can see the Celsius, you can see the location, and you can also see the weather type, and the image will change dynamically. If it's daytime, then it will show this image, and if it's nighttime, so if I can type Canada, so as you can see it's a night, so the image will get changes. So yeah, it's an interesting project, and let's see how we can achieve this design, and I'll walk you through everything. So here we will actually use the Accu weather API. Whenever you will type in a city name on the search bar, it will give you the weather details of the city. All the source code for the project will be available on the GitHub, so I'll add that link in the description. Feel free to check that out as well. And yeah, I hope you'll enjoy this. So let me know if you enjoy this or not, and subscribe to my channel if you are new here. And yeah, let's just get started. Okay, so you can see I'm on an empty folder here, and I'll create the project from scratch. So for that, first I will create some files I need. So first one will be touch index.html. As you can see, it's already created it here. Now we need a style file. I'll keep it style.css. Next we'll create a directory, so I'll call it npdir js. I'll navigate to that folder. So in JS folder we basically need two files. First files will be the index.js, which we will be using to work with the API and to fetch the data and all. Another file is app.js, and there we will be working with DOM manipulation. So let me just create two files quickly. Touch index.js. So if I show you now, yeah, we have all the files we need now. So now I'll just quickly copy the index file and style files, because I'll not focus that much into the designing part and the HTML part, but I'll show you how you can do all the JavaScript related work. So as you can see, inside here we have a title of the project, themes, get the regular weather updates. Then here we have some links, some CDN links and Google Fonts links, and CSS as well. And inside the body, first we have a navbar again, which is a transparent navbar. After that we have some nav link inside this. Then we have some side nav, in case if you guys want to make it mobile responsive, feel free to do that. After that we have a division with two rows here. First, of course, we have a container with the image in the left side. As you can see, it's on the left side inside the row. So there we have a responsive image and the text. I didn't have anything that time on my mind, so I kept it like developed by Underscore Mukherjee. Then on the right side we have the text of the let's fill the nature, and after that we have the search button, a search bar to search the city. After the search we have a card, and then of course in this card we will see the weather update here. So yeah, and then at the end we have two script tags and CDNs and all that. So yeah, let me just save this, and let me just quickly add the CSS files. These are pretty much simple stuff. So here we have all the styles. First we have the hero image, then we have a logo, button, custom font custom, the input field, and some style for the placeholders and all of that. So yeah, let me just save this, and inside browser let's take a look how's it looking right now. I'll open the live server for that, and hopefully, yep, it's okay. We got a problem with the image because I have to import the asset folder for that. Let me just import it quickly. So here is the asset folder. Yep, we don't need so many images. I don't know why I have this. Okay, so let's just see how's it looking now. Okay, so yeah, it's looking perfectly, but it doesn't work right now. Okay, so that's a problem, it's not working, but yeah, it's looking great. So now we'll see how we can work with the JavaScript file. So for that, first you have to find this Accu weathers API. Well, no, you don't have to actually find it. Just search on the Google like Accu weathers API, you will find it. And once you will get into this, you will find these things like here you will see a register button, and here is a login button. If you have already registered for this, then feel free to log in, and if you haven't, you are first time here, you have to register for this. And once you are done with the register, you will see this. Maybe you will get a confirmation email to log in or something. Once you are inside this portal, you will see you will see your username here, and you can just click on this my application. It will take you here. So here I have created this application, but it's approved, but in your case you will not say this. So click here and just create a new application. First give it a name, anything you want to give it, and then give it a limited trial part. Then here select the device you want to use. Then here what you have to do, you have to click on this weather app. Then the programming language will be JavaScript. You will find it here. After that, business to customer, select this, and this is a worldwide. After that, click on this create app and it will get things done for you. Then just yes, get back into this my apps, and here you will see the application you have just created, and maybe it will take some time to get approved. So once it's approved or in any stage, it will show you here your application. So yeah, you can make only 50 requests per day, I think, for AccuWeather. So you have to go for the paid version in case if you want to use it as a commercial or anything like that. So yeah, I'm not sure, just check out the documentation for that or pricing. And once your project will get approved, just click here and you will get your API key, and that's the important thing here. Okay, so we are done with that setup. Now inside the JavaScript folder, inside index.js, where we will do all our API related works, and here I'll show you how you can fetch the data from API and output them inside your browser. So let's try to achieve that. So first we will declare a variable here, const key, and here we'll give the API key. After that, here we'll get the weather details. So first we will see how we can fetch the details of a weather, and for that what you have to do, in API reference here, go to this current condition API, of course, and here current conditions. We will be using this URL with the location key. As you can see, yeah, this is the URL we will be using. So to get that, first what you have to do, to const getting weather details, we will be using an arrow function. We'll fetch the ID. But another thing we need here, that's the async, because we are fetching the data and we have to wait for the promises to be done. And yes, now we'll be waiting. Now we'll be creating a base URL, which will be this, and then we need a query. So here we are getting the API key as a key, and this key is coming from here, and we have the ID for the city. So let me just next show you how to fetch the data here. So first let's take the response. It will be response equals to await, and here we'll fetch base URL plus query, because we need both of them. After that, it will be const data, here again await, and here we'll take response dot JSON. Cool. Next we'll be fetching the data of cities. So getting city, const again get city, create an arrow function, city. Of course we have to use await, because it will take some time to get finished. Then we need a base URL. It will be different, I'll show you in a second. After that we need a query. Now let me show you how you can get them. So inside this API reference, you'll find this location API, and here you will see the city search, if I'm not so wrong. Let me find, yeah, and here you have this URL. So copy this and we'll be working on it. And here, great. And again inside query we'll be giving it a API key and city for the searching. Again we'll be just taking the response as await, and we'll fetch it. It will be base URL plus query, and the data, yeah, sorry, again it will be await, and we'll be response.json. Great, and we have to return the data as well. I think I forgot there, yeah. So here our index.js file is kind of ready. Now we'll work on the app.js, and here we'll do the DOM manipulation stuff. And as soon as this app.js is below index.js, we can access this index.js data inside app.js. So let's see how we can do the manipulation. So first we'll taking the reference. As you can see, this is coming from the form, and we are using document.query selector. And let me show you in index.js we have this form and the input fields and cards all. As you can see, we have a form, then we are having a card here, and which is here we have a card which is in a hide mode, and we'll remove this hide mode once we'll get the data. After that we have content also here, which is here card content, this one, and after that we have this card image. So yeah, we are taking some references. So let's see how we can work with that. So first we'll update the UI. So we'll say UI function, arrow function, and here we'll take the data. First we'll save our data in a variable where we'll see the cdates inside the city details inside cdates, and data.cityweather inside weather. After that we will update the UI and we will take reference from here. So as you can see, we have this content.innerHTML where we will see the citydates.english name. This is for the name, and if you are confusing right now, these are coming from the weather app, the weather API, and this data is all data are coming from the API. So you can just do a console.log and you can just check it out. So here we have this English name, and then we have this weather text and temperature, metric, and value, all the things. Next here we'll update the image. So let me just updating image, and as you can see we have this image source here which is null, and if this is daytime we are using the image day image, and if it's a night time we are using this night image. That's pretty obvious right now. I think. Now we'll set an attribute to the card and we'll remove the hide class. So yeah, card name is the set attribute. Here we are adding a set attribute image source which is coming from here, and then as you can see we are accessing this card list, and if it contains site then we are just removing it. And once we are done with this, we are kind of done with the update UI. Then we will create another function which will be const, it will be update city. If I can write it properly, yeah. Oh shit. Update city. We have a function again, and first as you can see we have the city details. We are getting this city and city details.e, and we are storing them inside city details and city weather. Again we are returning city details and city weather here as well. So yeah, we are kind of done with our two arrow functions. First one is update UI and second one is update city. Next we will see how we can add an event listener inside this application so that we can fetch the data and search for it. So let's see how we can do that. So we need to get access to the city form. So let me just type city form dot add event listener. It will be submit type, and here we'll take the event, and then inside here first what we'll do, we'll just prevent the default action. For that we'll type e dot prevent default. Right, prevent the default action. After that we'll just fetch the data, and as you can see we are taking the city form city value.trim so that we can get the target, and we are creating and we are resetting the form as well so that after people search for something they get a clean form again. So yeah, so here we need to update the city. So because as you guys can see we are fetching the data here and resetting the form, and we will be outputting that data inside this city data inside the form. So we have to call update city here, and this will be data, and here we'll take the city then method, and here we'll take data. Now here we'll update the UI. So data, great. And if there is any error we'll catch the error as well. On error we'll just console.log the error, and I'll save it. Now I think we're kind of ready, so let's just give it a try and let's see if we are getting any error or anything. So yeah, let me just open the live server. I think I have already opened it before, so okay, let's just open it again. and here we have the design and all. So let's search for it and let's see if we are getting the data or not. Well, we are having some problems here, so let's just fix this. Let's see. Okay, oh god, I think yes, as I thought. So JS, sorry guys, that's a silly error. If we set this now and let's search for Kolkata. Okay, we are getting an error here. Okay, so that's a bad error. Let me check this out. And inside index.js, oh my god, okay. That's okay. Now this and react.js, we got another error. And let's see, what is this? Well, we forgot to use async here. Let's save this and it should work now. Now let's see if it's working or not. Okay, city is not defined. Update city and react.js. Okay, let's see. We forgot to add city here. That's a bad error again. Okay, so I forgot to change this name. Getting weather details it is, if I'm sure. Yep. Okay, now let's refresh this. Okay, I think it's already got refreshed, and let's go Kolkata. And wow, it's working. Let's check out London. Right, it's working perfectly. So yeah, that's it, and let me just give you a little recap. So first, here we are just accessing the data using DOM manipulator like query selector. Then we are updating the UI with those data, and we are fetching this data from city details and city weather. It is coming from the weather API, where we are, and when we are storing them inside city dates and weather, and here we are accessing those data using city dates and weather. So, and inside this image we are using an if statement. So because it's if it's a daytime, then it's a day image, and if it's night time, then it's a night image. And here inside the current image we are setting those attribute inside source, the image source. And here we are, once we have all this data, we are just removing this height content. If it contains the height, then we are just removing this height class. And here we have this update city, and here we are accessing city details and city weather, the city name and the details of the city, key of the city details. We are storing them here, and we are returning them as well. And once we are done, we are just and we are pressing on submit. We are just adding an event listener in the form, and we are preventing the default so that user cannot refresh the page. And after that, we are just giving the value and resetting the form and updating the UI. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And here we are just fetching all this data, so with the details and the city details. And yep, we are outputting it. So now let's try if it's working properly or not. So let's first try out Kolkata, and yeah, it's working greatly, but it's a daytime. Let's see inside London, again daytime. Great. New York, okay, daytime. Let's check out the Canada. Wow, great, it's a night. Yeah, it's perfectly working. This is the project we just did complete in this video. So the source code for the project is freely available in GitHub, and I'll add that link in description, so feel free to check that out. And yeah, so make sure you are subscribing to my channel if you are new here, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you enjoyed this, and have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.